Look at this number. If you have ever felt the fear of seeing your blood sugar level rise out of control, or if your doctor has told you those words that no one wants to hear, you are at risk of diabetes, I want you to know that you are not alone. And it is not just sugar. Sometimes it is that silent killer called cholesterol or triglycerides clogging your arteries slowly, or perhaps that chronic inflammation that makes your joints hurt every morning. The body speaks to us, but sometimes we do not know how to respond. Hello, I am Dr. Cezar Villarreal. Today, I am going to show you why a simple brown branch that you probably have stored in the back of your kitchen right now is actually a powerful pharmacological tool capable of protecting your heart, reducing inflammation in your body, regulating your metabolism. We are not talking about magic. We are talking about cinnamon tea, but not as a sweet afternoon drink, but as a clinical strategy. In the next few minutes, you will discover why this drink is a powerful ally to improve your well-being. Let me ask you something. Do you feel bloated after eating? Do you have a terrible time losing that abdominal fat, no matter how many diets you try? Or do you feel that your knees and hands no longer respond like before because of arthritis? If you answered yes to any of these, your body is asking you for help. Cinnamon tea has been used for generations as a natural remedy full of beneficial properties. Our grandmothers knew it by intuition, but today science has confirmed what they already practiced. However, there is a serious problem. Stay until the end because I need to warn you about something crucial. Most people prepare this tea wrong. They make a mistake in the boiling or in the type of cinnamon they use, and without knowing it, they are killing the active ingredients before drinking them. Today, you will learn to get the most out of this wonderful drink. But before getting into the biochemistry, I want to know you better so I can help you. Let us make a deal for your health. Give it a like and subscribe right now so you do not miss this vital information. But also go to the comments and tell me honestly, what is your biggest battle today? Is it high sugar, joint pain, or abdominal fat? Write it below. I read you because I want to know exactly what you need and how I can guide you better. Now, let us get to the root of the problem. Why do we get sick? To understand what cinnamon does to your body, you must first understand what is happening to your cells. We live in a constant war against something called oxidative stress. Imagine that your cells are like an apple cut in half. If you leave it in the open air, it turns brown, it oxidizes. The same thing happens to your brain and your organs because of free radicals. Cinnamon is one of the spices with the highest antioxidant capacity in the world thanks to its polyphenols. These compounds protect cells from oxidative damage, helping to prevent premature aging and chronic diseases. Therefore, if you feel tired, aged before your time, or with mental fog, it is very likely that you are oxidized inside. And this brings us to the second great enemy, the brain. Oxidative stress not only wrinkles the skin, it also attacks the nervous system. Recent research suggests that cinnamon can protect neural cells from deterioration, helping to prevent neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer and Parkinson. Cinnamon tea stimulates brain function, improving concentration and memory. But Dr. Villarreal, what about weight and sugar? Here is the crown jewel. The problem with most of my patients is not that they eat a lot, it is that they have the door closed. Imagine that insulin is a key. Its job is to open the cell so that energy sugar can enter. But when you have insulin resistance, the lock is rusted. The key does not turn, and the sugar stays outside in the blood, causing diabetes and damage. Cinnamon has the amazing ability to increase insulin sensitivity. It works like an oil for that lock, allowing glucose to enter cells more easily and quickly. And when insulin works well, something wonderful happens. The body stops accumulating fat. Drinking cinnamon tea regularly can speed up metabolism and help burn fat, especially that stubborn abdominal fat that bothers us so much. Studies in the journal Clinical and Experimental Metabolism show that it increases thermogenesis. That is, your body generates more heat and burns more calories. But be careful. It is not about putting cinnamon powder on everything as if it were icing sugar. That does not work the same and can be dangerous for your lungs or liver if it is not the right cinnamon. There is a medicinal way to extract these benefits, and it is through controlled hot water. In the next few minutes, we are going to break down the 10 exact clinical benefits of this drink. We are going to see how it cleans your arteries, how it kills bacteria in your mouth, and how it relieves menstrual pain. And of course, I will give you the exact recipe, how many sticks, how much water, and for how long to boil to activate the medicine without burning it. Get ready. because your pharmacy is about to change. Well, we have already established that your body could be waging a silent battle against oxidation and sugar. Now I want to introduce you to your ally. It is not a synthetic pill nor an experimental treatment. It is cinnamon tea, but I want you to erase from your mind the image of cinnamon only as that powder you put on rice pudding. When we treat it with clinical respect as a medicinal infusion, we are extracting an entire pharmacy contained in a bark. Let us break down exactly what happens to your body, organ by organ, when you start drinking this regularly. These are not assumptions, they are facts backed by studies in agricultural chemistry, lipidology, and neuroscience. The first key benefit, and perhaps the most urgent to slow down aging, is its ability to fight oxidative stress. According to a study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, cinnamon is one of the spices with the highest antioxidant capacity on the planet. Remember the oxidized apple we talked about? This is due to its polyphenols. Researchers demonstrated that these compounds protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals. This is not just aesthetics. We are talking about preventing serious chronic diseases, including neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer and Parkinson, and even cardiovascular conditions and certain types of cancer. It is literally a cellular shield. But let us keep going down the body. The second benefit directly impacts the engine of your life, your heart. Cinnamon tea reduces inflammation and strengthens cardiovascular health. We live in a cholesterol epidemic, but not all cholesterol is the same. Studies reviewed in the Journal of Clinical Lipidology point out that cinnamon compounds can lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and triglycerides while helping to increase good cholesterol. It is like sending a cleaning team to your arteries to remove accumulated garbage and leave the path clear for blood to flow without pressure. Now, we come to the third benefit, the one many of you are desperately looking for, lower blood sugar. This is one of the most prominent and studied properties. According to researchers in the Journal of Medicinal Foods, cinnamon has the unique ability to increase insulin sensitivity. Returning to our analogy, cinnamon oils the rusted lock. It improves insulin function so that glucose passes into cells more easily and quickly. As a result, blood sugar levels decrease significantly, moving you away from the danger zone of diabetes. And here comes the domino effect. When we control sugar, we unlock the fourth benefit, support for weight loss. It is not magic, it is thermogenesis. Research published in the journal Clinical and Experimental Metabolism showed that regular consumption of cinnamon increases heat production in the body and the elimination of body fat. This speeds up your metabolism and helps reduce appetite. The most interesting thing is that it seems to especially attack that stubborn abdominal fat that is so dangerous for internal organs. But cinnamon does not only work on metabolism, it is also an immune warrior. The fifth benefit is that it fights infections. Cinnamon is rich in a compound called Cinnamaldehyde. This natural compound has strong antimicrobial and antifungal properties. A study in the International Journal of Food Microbiology analyzed how cinnamon essential oils fight various bacterial strains, proving effective in combating common respiratory and digestive infections. It is like having a mild, natural antibiotic circulating in your system. And speaking of pain, this is crucial for women. The sixth benefit is relief from menstrual pain. Thanks to its natural anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties, cinnamon tea provides quick and effective relief to cramps. In addition, it helps reduce bleeding intensity and relieves other uncomfortable symptoms associated with the menstrual cycle. It is a natural alternative before running to look for chemical painkillers. Let us move on to the digestive system. Do you feel heavy after eating? The seventh benefit is that it improves digestion. According to researchers at the Central Food Technological Research Institute in India, cinnamon stimulates the production of digestive enzymes. This means that your body processes food better, relieving annoying problems such as abdominal bloating, intestinal gas, and heavy indigestion. Now let us go back up to the head. The eighth benefit is that it stimulates brain function. It not only comforts the body but awakens the mind. Bioactive compounds such as cinnamaldehyde and antioxidants reduce oxidative stress in the nervous system. This protects your neurons from deterioration. Research in the journal Nutritional Neuroscience observed improvements in cognitive functions. We are talking about better concentration capacity, greater mental agility, and improved memory. and a benefit we often forget. The ninth point, oral health. Beyond its pleasant taste, cinnamon tea can be an ally for your daily oral hygiene. A study in the Journal of Contemporary Dental Practice analyzed its effect against common oral bacteria. Its antibacterial compounds help eliminate microorganisms responsible for bad breath, dental plaque, and even gum diseases such as gingivitis. It leaves a natural freshness that no alcohol rinse can match. Finally, the 10th benefit, relief from joint pain. If you suffer from arthritis or chronic muscle discomfort, listen to this. The anti-inflammatory action of cinnamon has been directly related to pain reduction. A clinical trial published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition showed a significant decrease in pain in people with rheumatoid arthritis after consuming supplements of this spice. As you have seen, this is much more than a comforting drink for rainy days. It is a natural ally with science-backed benefits that improves your digestive, metabolic, immune, and neurological health. Now, you are probably wondering, Doctor, how do I prepare this to get all these benefits? Because this is where most people fail. If you boil cinnamon too long, you evaporate the oils. If you use the wrong variety, you can damage your liver. And if you combine it poorly, you lose potency. In the next block, we are going to enter the kitchen. I am going to give you the master recipe, the exact amounts of water and cinnamon, the precise boiling time, and the two secret ingredients, lemon and honey, that if used correctly, enhance the absorption of everything we just talked about. Do not leave, because what comes next is the practical part that will change your daily routine. We have reached the moment of truth. You already know the why and the what for. Now we are going to talk about the how. Because as I told you at the beginning, if we do not prepare this tea with a correct technique, we may be wasting its potential, or worse, consuming something that does not benefit us. Many people make the mistake of simply throwing some cinnamon powder in hot water and calling it tea. That is not a medicinal infusion, that is dirty water. To extract the essential oils, polyphenols, and cinnamaldehyde that really lower sugar and reduce inflammation, we need a controlled thermal extraction process. Here is the master recipe, just as it should be done for therapeutic purposes. To make this tea, you will need 3 basic ingredients, but quality ones. First, 3 cinnamon sticks, and I emphasize sticks or whole branches. Avoid powder for this infusion, as it is usually oxidized or mixed with flowers. The branch preserves the integrity of the essential oil. Second, 1 liter of filtered water. And third, optionally, a lemon. It can be green or yellow, and a little pure bee honey. The procedure is as follows. Put the cinnamon sticks in a pot and add the liter of cold water. Turn on the heat and bring to a boil over medium heat. Here is the time secret. Let it boil for 10 to 15 minutes. Why this exact time? Because we need the heat to break the fiber of the wood to release the compounds, but we do not want to boil it for an hour because the volatile oils would evaporate. A good visual indicator is that you should let it boil until about a cup of water evaporates. When you see that the level has dropped a little and your kitchen smells intensely of cinnamon, you will know that the concentration is correct. Once that time has passed, remove the pot from the heat and strain the tea immediately to stop the extraction. Now, let us talk about how to enhance it. Optionally, you can add lemon juice. I highly recommend this step. Lemon also offers many important health benefits, and its vitamin C helps the antioxidants in cinnamon to be better absorbed in your intestine. It is a perfect synergy. About the sweetener, the traditional recipe says to add honey to taste as long as you can consume it. But here I make a medical warning. If you are taking this tea specifically to lower blood sugar or because you have diabetes, my professional recommendation is to avoid honey or use a minimal amount. Although honey is natural, it is still glucose that spikes insulin. If your goal is metabolic, take it only with lemon. Stir the mixture well and your remedy is ready. The great advantage is its versatility. You can drink it cold, warm, hot, or at room temperature. The benefits remain stable. Now let us talk about dosage and schedules. This is not water for thirst. It is a treatment. To get the best results, it is suggested to drink this tea 2 cups a day. The ideal schedule is strategic. The first cup preferably in the morning before breakfast on an empty stomach. This prepares your body to receive food sensitizing insulin before the first carbohydrate of the day arrives. The second cup, drink it at night, either after dinner or before going to bed. This helps reduce blood glucose levels during sleep and improves nighttime digestion. However, as a doctor, my duty is to protect you. Although cinnamon is natural, natural does not always mean harmless for everyone. There are groups of people who should be cautious. Safety warnings, safety first. First, pregnancy. If you are pregnant, consult your obstetrician before consuming cinnamon in medicinal doses. Cinnamon stimulates blood flow in the pelvic area and uterus, so in large quantities it could be counterproductive. Second, diabetes medication. If you already take metformin or inject insulin, be careful. Cinnamon is so effective at lowering sugar that when added to your medication, it could cause hypoglycemia and excessive sugar drop. Monitor your levels closely and talk to your doctor. Perhaps you need to adjust your medication, which would be excellent news. Third, liver health. Cinnamon contains a compound called coumarin. In small doses, it is harmless, but in excess, it can stress the liver. That is why we stick to the dose of 2 cups a day and preferably use cinnamon sticks, which tend to be safer than consuming spoonfuls of powder. I also want to manage your expectations. What are you going to feel? Probably the first few days, you will notice that you go to the bathroom more. This is normal. Your body is reducing inflammation and eliminating retained fluids. You may also feel a sudden increase in body heat after drinking it. It is thermogenesis, burning fat. Do not be scared. It is the sign that it is working. So you already have the recipe and the precautions. But how long should you do this to see a real change in your blood tests? Is it forever? In the next and final part, I will give you the results schedule, what to expect at week 1, at week 2, and at month 1, and I will give you the final lifestyle advice so that these results are permanent. Do not close the video yet, because consistency is the key to success. We have reached the final stretch of our consultation today. You already have the tool, cinnamon tea, and you know how to use it. But as your doctor, I have to be brutally honest with you. No remedy, no matter how powerful it is, works in a body that fights against itself. If you drink this tea religiously twice a day, but continue to eat refined flours in excess, do not sleep well or live stressed, you will be swimming against the current. Cinnamon tea is an enhancer, an accelerator of results, but the driver of the vehicle is still you. For this protocol to work 100%, we need a holistic approach. This remedy is greatly enhanced with good hydration and rest. Remember that tea helps lower sugar, but deep sleep is when your body really repairs the damage caused by high glucose. Now, I want to give you a map. We humans like to know what to expect and when. Based on clinical evidence, this is your results timeline. During the first week, the first thing you will notice is a change in your digestion. That bloating after eating will start to disappear, and you will feel less gas. You are also likely to feel more stable energy throughout the morning without those sleepy slumps after breakfast, thanks to the fact that your glucose is not making sharp spikes. By the second week, the anti-inflammatory effects will start to shine. If you suffered from joint pain or discomfort when getting up, it is very likely that you will notice that your knees or your hands are more agile and less painful. Your body is deoxidizing. And from the third week onwards is where metabolic magic happens. This is where studies indicate that the results are most notable. It is the ideal time to get blood tests if you wish. Many patients report significant improvements in their lipid profile, less bad cholesterol, less triglycerides, and a visible reduction in their waist measurement due to the fat-burning effect. The official recommendation is to maintain this habit for at least 3 consecutive weeks to see these profound changes. From then on, you can continue it for as long as you want or until you obtain the health result you are looking for. It does not generate dependence and is safe long-term if you respect the doses. Let me briefly share what we have seen in clinical practice, backed by studies such as the one in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition. Patients with rheumatoid arthritis or chronic inflammation who incorporated this supplement not only lowered their pain markers, but also regained mobility. It is not just feeling good, it is regaining quality of life. Imagine being able to walk without pain, eat without fear of bloating, and see how your medical tests improve month by month. That is the promise of returning to the natural with scientific intelligence. So here is your action plan for today. Go to your kitchen, look for those 3 cinnamon sticks, and put the water to boil. Do not leave it for tomorrow. Your health starts with the decision you make in this minute. If this information has been useful to you, if you have learned something new about how your body works, I ask you a small favor. Health is shared. Share this video with that person you know is struggling with sugar or cholesterol. Send it to your family group. You could be giving them years of life. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment below. Tell me, are you going to start the 3-week challenge? Right, I accept the challenge in the comments. I want to see who the brave ones are, who are going to transform their metabolism. I am Dr. Cezar Villarreal. Remember that your body is the only place you have to live. Take care of it with wisdom. Thank you very much for your visit, and see you at the next consultation.